So back to the Ukrainian President Poroshenko. Let me ask you, do you see a window closing? You look at the Japanese Prime Minister saying Russia should be brought back into the G8. The Canadians want closer relations with the Russians now. Many of the Europeans are saying that they'd like to see sanctions removed or reduced. Are you in danger of the window closing? This first day, yesterday, it was all Syria refugees, Ukraine barely a conversation. Last year, it was all Ukraine. Are you in danger of the window closing on the opportunity to resolve this crisis in a way that in any way can be lived with by your government? And what can you do, if that's the case, to try to speed this up?
I want to remind all of you that in the year 2008, after civil war in Georgia, after Russian aggression, in the year 2010, it was many voices. Let's have a dialogue with Russia. Forget about Georgia. Forget about Moldova and Transnistria. Forget about Russian occupational troops. Let's have a dialogue. That stopped the aggressor. Does that stop annexation of Crimea? Does that stop Syria? Does Russia accept and ready to withdraw? Does now Russia given access to the special monitoring mission of the OSCE, both to the storage of the weapon or to the uncontrolled part of Ukrainian-Russian border? Does the Russia open for the investigation for the MH17 terroristic attack? Do you really believe that that can happen? And in other voices, sanction is not working. Sanction is harmful more to Europe than to Russia. No, sanction is not a punishment. Sanction is an instrument to keep Russia at the table of negotiation. There is no any other instrument. Since I have become a president, we released 2/3 of the occupied Donbass. And we don't have any one single conflict in the cities and towns which were released. The only one reason of the conflict is the Russian troops of my territory. That's why we, of course, should have a dialogue. But only when the troops would be withdrawn, when they stop bombing Aleppo, when they stop supplying the weapons, missiles, multi-rocket launch system, ammunition, and fresh troops to me, to Ukraine, to occupied part, and when they withdraw their troops from Crimea.